Hi, what's up, stoners? Welcome to the local band Smokeout.
My good buddy Blade of the Faltering Lines in the building!
Hell yeah!
You're still muted, and can you turn your camera up just a little bit? Like, just kind of like flip it up, like... So we can't hear you, Blade. It's all good. Yeah, camera...
Hello?
Now we can hear you. But I can only see like from your lips and nose down. If the camera's like that. Perfect. Good sir. How are you, dude? How have you been?
Good, man. Over here.
I've been doing great. This is my co-host of the day, but he's a regular around here. This is JB Music 661. You probably recognize him. He's been in a couple shows that we've all attended before. Blade, tell me about the band and tell me first why the no bio, bro, on the Spotify.
Okay. We didn't have access to our own Spotify for the we got some record Spotify.
Hold on. Pause. Your audio's going in and out. We're getting like every other word. Do you have like a fan or does anybody have like fans or stuff going on in the background? I don't know. Sometimes it just be like extra loud. There you go. I know you're a loud guy. You got it.
Is that good?
It's better.
Okay. So when we got signed to Cleopatra Records, we actually didn't have access to our own Spotify for like the longest time because of like no one gave us access to it because we didn't. When they signed us, they made it to upload our EP, and we had to get in contact with them. So we got the bio part.
No worries.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's just one of my pet peeves whenever I check out Spotify profiles. I'm like, oh, where's this band from? I know where you guys are from, and we're very familiar with your music. But I'm just like, when I don't know someone, I'm like, oh, I don't know where this guy's from, where this band has been, where they toured with, where I could find like their socials, blah blah blah. So I'm always like, man, why is there nothing in the bio? No worries. I know you'll handle it, dude. What? How was your day been? First of all, before we jam some of your stuff. For some reason, the audio is still kind of not coming in very well. I'm not sure why. Let me see if I can change the meeting options. Device settings. I'm not sure. For some reason, the audio for you is like coming like in and out. Like I can only hear like kind of like that. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, while we're trying to fix it, technical difficulties, no worries. Let's jam some Faltering lines, see what we're talking about here. And we got to start off with the brand new. We're going to start off with Forlorn. We'll try and figure it out real quick. Faltering line with us today out of Southern California. So, Blake, last time we hung out, you told me that somebody special did the production on this track right here. Who are we talking about?
Yeah. So the bassist of the ex bassist As I Lay Dying, the new bassist of Spirit Box, Josh, I forgot his last name. I'm spacing on it. Did it? He produced it. Everything.
Hell yeah! Audio is 100% fixed, by the way. And the song's fire. Did you guys? How long does it take from when you went to work with him to the release of the song? How long is that process, like the go back and forth of we recorded it, the mix master, blah, 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 now we plan the release? How much time passed?
A couple of months because right after, our recording session only took 2 weeks. 1 week of just going in with the instruments, and then the next week it was me, and we killed it all 1 session or 2 sessions. But then he went on he had he was recording an album with some other band in like some islands, some way off. I don't know what islands. So he had to take a trip there. So it took about a month.
But you actually did like full on pre-production though, because most people go in
Yeah.
and knock out a whole song in like one day if it's like one single. But it sounds like you did with the 2 weeks like full on pre-production, like arrangement, all that stuff.
Yeah, it was an insane process that did cost us an arm and a leg, but it was a lot of fun. It was something we've never been in that type of professional setting before. So doing that was honestly a really cool experience, especially meeting someone, that I listened to in high school. So meeting that person, that was really cool. And then for him to actually do our song, man, that was awesome.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry about LBS Fest being 103 degrees when you guys performed. I apologize about that. But we'd like to have you back on the next one. We're kind of aiming for April 15th. We haven't told a whole lot of people this, but people that are watching, we're aiming for April 15th. Please come back, different venue. But dude, tell me, let's do some fun stuff. What do you do in your spare time when you're not working on music, when you're not talking band stuff? What are just some random hobbies you have?
Lately I'm on like this weight loss journey. I've been like going to the gym like almost 7 days a week.
Good for you.
Yeah, I want to improve my health and to be a better, state frontman. So I've been doing that a lot. Man, I've spent almost a couple $100 already on it, on like pre-workout, all that kind of stuff. So that journey's been fun. Besides that, I pretty much I'm a gamer, so I game a lot on my PC.
What are you gaming?
What am I gaming right now? Right now is a lot of like Destiny 2. Play a lot of that. Escape from Tarkov.
Oof.
Right now I'm playing that new game Cyberpunk, which is a lot of fun.
Cyberpunk finally fixed and running the way it should be.
It's
No,
still
okay,
good.
maybe not, but JB, what you got for Blade?
Yeah, so my question is, when it came, or how long have you been on this weight loss journey?
Surprisingly, I wasn't a fat kid. I like got fat through like a bad part of my time in my life. I was actually like extremely athletic. I played travel hockey, played soccer, was on some club teams, was on varsity football as a freshman. And then life kind of took another turn. Stuff happened. We are here we are now, but I've actually been going on it for about about 3 months now. Taking it really seriously this past month. I've been investing a lot of money into it and just learning. I've been learning how to discipline myself and not try to find motivation, because motivation is it seems false, motivation doesn't come first, it comes after the discipline. So I've been learning how to be disciplined first before I really try getting motivation, if that makes sense. Just getting to the gym, or making sure I'm calorie counting and all that boring shit, but you got to trust the process, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely. And with that being said, has it helped vocally for you? Do you know?
Yeah, extremely. Because I do multiple. As a vocalist, I like, my goal is to not just be a screamer, not just be a singer. Like, I want to do everything. I want to do theatrical singing. I could sing like the Cure, the Smiths. Like, I want to be very vocally diverse. So the weight loss has definitely helped. I have more air, especially on stage now. I can move a lot more than I could. It's helped with just being able to do a lot more with my voice. So it's definitely helped like a lot.
Did you guys celebrate, and how did you celebrate after winning the Battle of the Bands?
Man, after like an 8-hour shift at work, I think we just went to bed, man.
Really? Okay. All right. I was expecting to do all-night rager, but that's totally cool.
Had work in the morning, so.
No worries. Who produced the 2020 EP?
A guy named Adam Lamrich. He was the old guitarist for LA Guns.
Oh, really? LA Guns, hell yeah. But
Yeah, we had them through Cleopatra.
Hell yeah. Well, let's jam. I'm just gonna jam a random one real quick. I hear my son in the background going crazy. I think my wife needs help real quick. I'll be right back. This is Zombie. If that's okay, if I can play that one. Blade, who made you want to be a vocalist? Like, what were you jamming when you were young that you just were like, dude, I want to experiment with screaming?
So what started everything was probably System of a Down. I remember being really like my first memory with music, man, was System of a Down. It was that MTV special with BYOB when BYOB released. I remember they did that like on MTV, and ever since then I was a huge. I mean, I was so hooked on. I was the biggest like little kid fanboy there ever was. Then I got into like Panic at the Disco, The Killers, Green Day. And then as I was growing, I started liking more of all of System of a Down's like heavier songs. So I wanted to find heavier songs. And so what I eventually really gravitated towards was I found Korn. And ever since then, that's kind of been like history. Forlorn has been, I think, my favorite band in the whole wide world. And I haven't stopped.
Hell yeah.
Then I craved heavier stuff. I got into Double Prada, Suicide Silence, Job for a Cowboy. Took a real heavy dive into deathcore, like the old Bring Me the Horizon off their like Stevie Wonder's Eye. Their old deathcore albums up until like Suicide Season. Got into that, and then I got into transitioned to like 8th grade to high school. I got heavily into like Depeche Mode and The Cure.
Yeah. I saw the Cure at the Hollywood Bowl. It was amazing.
Dude, I wish like, see, for me, like in that era, Depeche Mode's my favorite band like ever. Like, I love Depeche Mode. I probably know every song there is.
R.I.P. R.I.P. too. Recent R.I.P.
Yeah. I really wish I could at least see them once, man. Like that is, it might probably never happen, but like if I could see them, I know with my dad we saw a cover band, but it was just I wasn't the same. Hopefully, like maybe they get one more, man. Just I wish I could see them.
That would be cool. We're joined by your bandmate, who I think is the newest member of the crew. I actually had to mute you because you had some background noise going on, so you have to click the unmute thing, I think. But Thomas, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How's the noise? You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Once you start talking, but when it's like silent, it like overcomes it with like a fan or something. I'm not sure, but either way. Well, how was your day, brother? What you got going on?
It's good. You know, I just I'm here just before my night shift, though. Before my EMT shift at work, but happy to join. Sorry I came a little late.
Oh, no worries.
I'm happy to talk some music with you guys.
Excellent. We played Forlorn, and then we randomly just jammed Zombie. We were talking about how the As the Light Dying producer worked on it. What was that experience like for you, going the 2 weeks of like pre-production to how the track actually ended up coming out? And I imagine that was your first time recording with the band as far as like laying down actual music with them, right?
Yeah, so with a lot of those tracks, all those tracks actually, those were written and recorded before I joined the band, actually. Right. So at one point, the band had lost a guitarist, and then that's when it's funny. I actually work with Blade's dad, and then his dad approached me because he heard that a former music project I was working on that ended, and that I was looking for to join another band. So I'm even more fresh and new than you're giving me credit for.
Okay.
Actually. So so a lot of that has been done before me, but since then, you know, we got a lot in the mix that we're collaborating all together now.
That is crazy. It's such a small world. That's awesome. Gentlemen, I do want to play another track, but before I do, it landed on Bite a Pickle for me and JB. So we have to bite a pickle here, and we both absolutely hate pickles more than anything.
Well,
so,
I love pickles. What do you mean?
There's
So
a
we
pickle
hit pickle-
challenge. What's going on?
So we have this wheel where if you get the trivia right, we spin a wheel. If you donate to the GoFundMe, which we're raising money to help out Dropout Kings, then we spin this wheel, and it landed on Bite a Pickle. So that literally 30 seconds before you hopped in here, Blade, it landed on it. So we haven't done it yet, so we're gonna do that. But to like stall in the meantime, I want to play Hex or Blessed, but I also want to do trivia. So we're doing like 5 things at once. I know it's crazy. To do the trivia, I need to know what movie or TV show, if somehow you, Blade, and Thomas could agree, what movie or TV show would you guys agree on that you've seen a bunch of times, or if I ask you trivia on one of these topics, a movie or a TV show, it could be anything from Harry Potter, Terminator, Simpsons, doesn't matter. If I ask you trivia on it, you will not get stumped.
Star Wars.
I could agree on that. Star Wars.
Star Wars heard. JB, get ready. Let's. We're about to be hexed, bro. We're about to be hexed. Blade, what's the hardest song to perform from a vocal perspective?
Forlorn.
Why is that?
It just is. Because before that we play a song called Astray that we're actually going to be going into the studio pretty soon to record.
More new stuff. Excellent. Excellent.
That song Astray, it has like a different style than anything we've played, and I do like a long like singing chorus, so to speak. It's I don't know how to explain it, but it takes a lot of breath, and so then when we kick into the Forlorn, it's just
gets
gas
tricky.
is running low, but actually it's becoming easier with the whole weight loss thing and the cardio, and it's starting to become a lot easier to perform. But that one is just the way it just is. I don't really know why.
Is there a particular Star Wars movie you guys would like me to like narrow it down? Because I mean, there's thousands of Star Wars questions I have in front of me, but if you want to pick a particular movie,
it's anything, man. Like,
all right,
I'm pretty good on all the
Star Wars
movies.
geek.
The latest 3 official
All right.
episodes, not as much, but like the first 6, I'm pretty well versed in.
All right, we're gonna test it here in a second. Let's do Hammer Fist. If I don't stump you, I'm taking a huge swig of hot sauce. This is your Star Wars trivia. Here we go. In A New Hope, who was R2-D2 and C-3PO's previous master?
Princess Leia.
Yeah. Play it.
That is not correct!
Right before the movie started.
We have stumped him!
What?
I'll give you another second to think about it before I tell the answer.
Technicality.
It's harder than this. It's harder than this because I believe they were both scrapped from a master before they were picked up by Luke, and it had something to do. I don't know. I have not seen Star Wars that many times.
Okay. Before Luke, the Jawas on Tatooine. Before Luke, it would be the Jawas then.
No, because in the beginning of the movie, I mean, they're there.
So in the beginning, they're there as owned by Princess Leia. Before that, they were owned by Anakin Skywalker because C-3PO's brain was wiped. But before Luke, immediately before Luke, they were picked up and stolen by Jawas.
I'm going to give you a spin because I just believe your elaborate answer, but it is nowhere near anything that I have written on the screen right here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It says it's Captain Antilles.
Yeah. See.
Oh, yeah.
Does that ring a bell? Who is Captain Antilles?
No,
He might be the guy getting choked out by Vader in the Tantive 4 spacecraft at the very beginning of the movie.
Damn, you guys know.
After the
You sound like you know what you're talking about. So I'll give you another one, but let's see what would have happened had you gotten it correct, because it sounded close. We got to give it to him, JB. Oh hell yeah! So this is kind of a shitty part. Oh, I said the word. Thomas, what band can you not stand that we can play right now? You just don't like this band whatsoever, but we're gonna play them anyway.
Yeah. I'm allowed to get controversial, right? We're all adults, right?
We are.
So we're all adults here. So honestly, since like taking the stage more recently. I've become way more open to bands. My list is very small, actually. It's honestly at this point like pretty limited to just like bands that just straight up spread hate and just utter garbage to the point just to actually try to like ruin the world. And like it's not even just about like causing bad music. So I'd say I personally don't like the band Anal Cunt because they have a lot of songs that are just deliberately trying to just fuck with you. It's on purpose. It's like they do it to troll. But I have a theory that they have songs, they say shit in songs that they wouldn't say around certain demographics. Like I have a theory that they write songs that they just wouldn't play in front of certain crowds. And I think that makes them pussies. That's just my opinion. I just don't think that they'd actually have the balls to play it in front of certain crowds.
Interesting. What would you have said, Blade? What band can you not stand?
So I used to work at Hot Topic, a lot, or back when God, I forgot what year it was. But one of the bands that would play just non-fucking stop, and it's not so much I hate, it's just because I just listened to them way too much, is Real Friends.
Real Friends?
Yeah, it's not I hate the band. It's just I listened to them so much because my manager at the time was just so obsessed with Real Friends that that's all she played in the store. And yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to torture you, but here's some Real Friends.
Clean cut.
JB, hit him with a redemption question. Or, I'm sorry, ask him a question and then I'll look up a redemption question.
Right on. I just want to throw this out there as a quick fact. You guys sound exactly like you do on your recordings. It's absolutely phenomenal when you guys play live. I absolutely love it. But with that being said, do you guys have any shows lined up currently that you guys are allowed to tell us?
Yeah, October 21st, we're playing at Rockefeller's. And then November 10th, we play at the Whiskey A Go-Go, and we're opening for Edema.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. We had
It'll be our
Edema.
second two opening up for him.
We had, I think it was Mike is the guy from Edema. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think we had Mike on like 4 or 5 months ago. Super cool dude. And Edema's badass. Good call.
Yeah, they are cool. They liked us a lot too, because when we first played with them, we actually got to like I think I talked to the bassist. They really liked us. That was cool.
Hell yeah, that's badass. Well, maybe we can wink at him and tell him about the April 15th show, which is not confirmed, but we're getting there. We're hanging out with the Faltering line, guys. If you're watching and you enjoy their music that we played so far, we've kind of jumped all over the place. But if you enjoy it, please hit them with the follow button. They totally deserve it. Super cool dudes. We've hung out with them in person. Me and JB personally have hung out with Blade and Thomas, and they're awesome. Please support their band. But gentlemen, I think I'm going to stump you again. Here we go. When the rebels are attacking the Death Star, what is Luke's call sign?
Oh. Red 5.
Doesn't it?
It is Red 5!
Hell yeah!
Red 5. standing
Well
by.
done. Well done. It is Red 5 as he makes the Death Star destroying shot. I believe they call it out a couple of times. Oh, this is the last of these. So I have these Carolina Reaper almonds. I'm going to eat a couple of them, which is the last of them.
No way.
Yeah, I know. And then we got to keep talking. But we don't have too much more time. I'm going to ask a really, really just regular question, then a serious question. Tell me like the worst show you guys ever played. I guess this wouldn't apply so much to Thomas because he hasn't been in the band as long, obviously, as you, Blade. What is the worst show Faltering Line ever played, and what happened?
So I would say the worst show that ever happened. We played Van Nuys, and for just some god awful reason, the mic just didn't like me. I wouldn't. It was to the point where I even I put it on the mic stand and didn't even touch it. Like my hands were off, and it was just constant feedback through the whole show. And people just started walking out. And, our actor it was just a really bad fucking day. Like that was a really bad day.
It didn't apply to any other band that had performed that day?
No, it legit. I remember looking at the sound guy and just like pleading with them, crying like, dude, fix this. Because people were walking out. It was just, dude, it even hurt my ears. I was tempted just to stop. They couldn't figure out why it was doing it. I mean, my hands were off. I wasn't like cupping or anything. I was like, again, I was like completely away from the mic. Even like a good 2 feet away. And it was back.
The Pepper of the Reapers. The bottom ones are hotter than the top ones. I guess all the seasonings are the bottom. And I'm being tortured in the back of my throat.
I don't think I've eaten that spicy before.
Oh, this is nothing. This is nothing. Yesterday was a disaster. But you guys weren't here yesterday. But I had to do the 1 chip challenge. I've done it. This is my 3rd time doing it. But I hadn't eaten anything all day because I've been like a little bit sick this week. And it was the Blue Pocky 1 chip challenge. JB was here. And like about 2 minutes into it, I just disappear. I'm like, bro, I got to go to the bathroom. And I just disappear. And JB, how much time passed until I came back?
It was a good like 3-4 minutes before he came back. Lyric had your back though. Lyric was in here. He was jamming with us.
Really?
Yes, he
I
was.
literally did not know this. Lyric's my 6-year-old son. So I eventually come back, and I ended up like vomiting a lot that night. It was a disaster. We're talking millions of scovables on this one, but I literally came back and my eyes were like puffy and red. I'm like, the stream's over. I just hit end because it was still going on. Anyway, fellas, this has been fun. I'm going to hit you with one final serious question. Blade, I'm sure I'll see you soon. But what is a piece of musical advice that you could share with everyone that has impacted you, that maybe somebody has told you in the industry, like, hey, this is important, you need to know this, and that kind of made you take your career a little more seriously, or a really bad mistake you made early on that you don't want a band that's just starting up to make?
I wouldn't say advice or a mistake. Honestly, what I would answer that is my own personal philosophy. That has been my resolve with music in general. And it's that I truly believe, and, put my tinfoil hat on, man. I really think that there's going to be a new musical renaissance. And I mean that to like the full extent. There's going to be new music that you've never heard of. There's going to be, I believe that music has lost that raw emotion that it used to be, and that's because of money and social media. And I feel like now with the state of the world, what's happening everywhere, you know what's happening. People are going to be really angry, man. People are going to need something, and music is supernatural. It's almost a religion in some aspect, man. And I think there's going to be a new renaissance, and because the legends, man, there already are legends, and sadly, they don't have much time, because time is getting there with them, unfortunately. And I feel like that soon there's going to be new legends in the making. There's going to be, one day there will be no more Metallica, System of a Down, Korn, AC/DC. They're going to be too old to play. There's going to be new people to sell out those arenas. And I think especially with metal, with what's everything's happening in the world, that there's going to be a new renaissance, and people are just going to be angry, and they need something to release that anger. And I feel like one of my resolve, my goal is to be a part of that, and to be a band, be a part of a band that helps that renaissance take off.
Hell yeah, good answer.
And
Thomas,
I'd say, just from any kind of personal advice I'd have, just for people in bands, trying to start bands and just being a musician, just be yourself, write what you want, play what you want. That there's so much pressure to sound like how people want you to sound, how to sound a certain way, but like if you're in it, seriously in it for the long haul, you got to enjoy what you're doing too. You know, it's like we're there to please the public too and be entertainers, but at the same time, they do expect us to still be like ourselves and be original. So we, you know, there's a balance to it, but you still got to do it for yourself and be happy with yourself as you're doing it.
Good stuff, man. I appreciate you guys hanging, man. You guys are super cool. I hope we run into each other soon. Blaze out, do a little beer drinking, whatever we're gonna do.
From it.
And you said can you one time again plug the shows coming up?
Yeah, so well, potentially we have a show August 14th in Rockefellers, but for sure confirmed it's August.
Wait, not August. Not August.
Not August. Am I saying August? October.
You're saying August.
October 14th possibly, but for sure locked in October 21st and November 10th.
Hell yeah. Well, fellas, I hope we get to hang out soon, man. You guys are super cool. You're welcome back anytime. If it's okay with you, I'm going to edit out the music, but throw this up on YouTube later, if that's okay.
Of course.
Yeah, excellent.
We support you guys. Hopefully, Blade, we can get the bio fixed soon so we can figure out some more information about you guys. But we love you guys, man. You guys are super awesome. Please don't be strangers. Come back again soon and hang out with us.
For sure.
Yeah, we loved playing with you guys. Thanks for having us.
Blade and Thomas, the winners of the Battle of the Bands for the local band Smokeout Festival, the Faltering line!
Give me a hell yeah!
Enjoy the rest of your day, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.